And good evening, welcome to planetherring. I'm Michael. We've got stuff in the way on the screen. I do not understand that. That should not be showing up. Interesting. Make sure we got the proper screen being trapped here. Yes, we have. I do not know what we are seeing. It's very strange. Anyway, we are getting ready to run the race here, and I don't really know why we're seeing all this, but we're going to try to get rid of some of it. Specifically that. That is very odd that that is in front of the things here. So, anyway, we're supposed to be running a race at Las Vegas. I'm actually going to quit out of the session here real quick. Race is starting here in about 5 minutes, and for some unexplained reason, we're seeing something on the screen that should not actually be on the screen. In fact, it's not showing up on any screen for that matter. Huh. Technical difficulty. So let's shut down that right there. That's going to really muck with our sound though, so we do want to get that going again. Make sure everything is good to go here. Technical difficulties on what is my second stream of Iracing 2021 Season 1, Week 1. Wow, that is very, very strange that I cannot see. Show the voice meter. It is not showing. That is so weird. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm actually going to kill the OBS here. This should actually make it where we're... Oh, I know what is going on. That is very strange. So basically... This decided to go down and hide on my streaming screen. That is just weird and unexpected. But let's go ahead and let's put this back together so we can get started here. I did run this race last night with good result. So we should be able to do this pretty well without going through too much practice here. So let's get our... There we go. There's our opening screen. Let's get back into iRacing. Of course, this is the Indycar Oval Series. It's fixed, and we'll go back in here and get into the initial practice session, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's going on. Of course, I am Michael, and this is iRacing 2021 Season 1. Again, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I actually drove by here a little while ago, about 3 weeks ago, on a little road trip to California. Not much to look at when nothing's going on. But pretty interesting to see anyway. Don't get much opportunity to drive by NASCAR tracks, if hardly at all. Let's see, go ahead and finish loading up session here. Hopefully everything else is working. There we go. So don't have a lot of time here. Of course, this is a fixed setup race, so we're going to run very quickly, see if we can take and run a couple of laps. We got about 4 minutes until the actual race session. So I do normally take about 8 to 10 on there, and you do have the option of setting your bar blades, and I did have good luck by moving these up. One in the back, down in the front. Yesterday in the race that I did was actually not too bad. So let's switch on over to the practice here. Okay, so Well, it looks like we still got one Z1 dashboard defective here. Not really sure. There it goes, I think. Let's take a few laps real quick while we have the opportunity. So honestly, I feel like this is a pretty simple track. Really not much to it. It's mainly about preserving your tires. And not spinning. Iracing has really worked on this car. There's a lot of new features with the Dallara here. One of those is the new crashing model. Now you can actually see where things get broken on the car. Pretty interesting to see stuff flying all over the track. It also makes debris that you can run into that will damage your car. So you do have that aspect of the series to worry about. They have also, as one thing that I have found, is they have significantly, probably to the extreme, they've made it where the apron will throw you faster than an angry bull. As you can see, when you have air over the wings, you can pretty well just hold it down, at least for a few laps. When you start to get in traffic, they have to start thinking about letting off the throttle a little bit, letting the car bite, trying to take a different line. I actually qualified.
You're now 0.32 off the pace.
So you can see just how close that is. Only 0.32 between me and whatever. But as you can see, I'm just running the straight up race setup that they offer. That's with full fuel, and so we're 0.3 off based on that.
That puts you 0.52 off the pace.
And since I don't have anybody that I'm actually catching here, we're going to let go because we're very soon here going to take and get the warning. What time is it?
5:15 p.m.
There you go. So we will get started here very soon.
B33, your lap time was 26.93.
So honestly, probably we'll go ahead and there's the warning right there. So we've got a handful of practice laps just to get reacclimated to the car there. So not too bad. It really isn't that hard of a track to drive. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a race, and yeah, I don't want to save the practice session. There we go, and we'll go ahead and do this. Alright, so getting into the actual session here, I have started driving with gloves, so I'm going to put those on at this point in time. The reason why is I upgraded to the Thrustmaster Sparco Alcantara wheel, and honestly, it does not feel good on my bare hands. It really doesn't. As just the weirdest feeling thing. However, with gloves, it does stick very well. So, gloves. And what I did was I opted for some Amazon summer driving gloves, which they have this nice high grip on the palms. But otherwise, they're pretty much just stretchy fabric. So it actually works out really well. So again, this is Iracing 2021, Season 1, Week 1, Indycar Fixed Series. We're at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Race is actually 75 laps. Hopefully we will have the luck we had yesterday and get around a lot of wrecks. This, of course, is a fixed setup. There's nothing special. I mean, the main thing is I don't run with any shift aids or anything like that. There's really no reason to do that. And I don't know that other than the occasional pedal calibration that you really need to change anything. Setup wise, let's go ahead and load the quali setup. And like I said, I've had really good luck by taking this down one and raising the back up one. That should make the car just a little bit looser. And then run this up to 8 or 10. I'll try 10 on this one. Other than that, a lot of it just depends on what split. I do feel like I qualified badly, but other than that, it went pretty well. So what do we got? We got 5 seconds left. 5 seconds left, and we'll know what that means. It's time for qualifying. So with that, let's go to qualifying. All right, so why am I down 2 Z1s now? That doesn't make any sense. Let me guess, 2 Z1s died on me. All right, let's let me check. All right, everything up now? Let's check and make sure everything is up now, shall we? Yes, everything is up now. Good. Good, good. Let's get in here and let's get our qualifying done. All right, so here we are in the pits, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch screens here, and we're going to burn off just a tad bit of fuel. You have to watch your temperatures when you do this, so you absolutely need to have some kind of telemetry, because by default, Iracing does not tell you, but I want to get down to about 1.25 gallons on the fuel. And realistically, what you have to do is actually run some qualifying laps, figure out what your fuel usage is, and get it down to exactly how much you need with about a 0.1 buffer. So there's 1.26. That's probably close enough. Let's go ahead and let's get on out of here. Try not to over...
Pit exit is clear. Okay, Michael, we've got 2 laps to get the job done.
So you do have to be careful because the car will spin. You get going too fast on the apron. Alright, so here we go. Time to try to make this as quick as possible. And I tried this a number of ways yesterday, so I'm going to try just holding the bottom line as tightly as possible. And I'm just holding it in 5th here. That way we accelerate hard out of the corners. And
8th place. Lap time was 25.23.
So I'm not even going up super high. I'm not hitting the rev limiter before I get to the turns, and I'm just hugging the lower line, not touching the apron. Alright, so that's probably not good.
P7, you're currently 0.08 off the leader's pace.
We'll see how it goes. I've seen qualifications that actually go into the 25.0s, so I don't know how well that's going to go in this case. Right now, 7th is a good bit better than I did last night, because last night it came back at 12th for not really that different of a time. Not sure how they're running that. There's probably some methodology that you can follow to do that. There is a
Watch your speed.
There is a huge bump going into this thing now.
120 feet.
So I understand that that is actually very realistic, having the bump.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 1.
All right, there is qualifying. And so far we are holding steady at 7th. Let's turn these guys off. There we go. See, oh, we're down to 8th, 25-1, high 25-0 for Mr. Ruiz. See who we got in here today. This is earlier in the day than I would normally run, so you're gonna have more East Coasters and Europeans and stuff like that, as opposed to more Western United States folks in. Now we're down to 9th. There we go. People getting faster and faster. Not sure how many. So like in this case, if we look at this and look at his laps, I mean, he's doing 2 laps, but that second lap, holy cow, they are just flying. And unfortunately, there's no way to really look at it. And I did try a number of things,
That's
including
the end of the session, P9.
Well, P9 there. So with that, that means we're going to go to the race. Okay, so we are in the race session now, and let's go ahead and make sure we're okay on our setup. So like I said, I did bring that down 1. I did bring this up 1 in the back. And let's go with +10 on our steering offset. That just makes it a little bit easier, so I don't have to turn the wheel so much. And so let's go ahead then. Like I said, we're starting 9th. That means we will be on the inside. That's good. So let's go ahead and let's go to grid. Get that out of the way. Let's turn the dashboards back on. There you go. Let's get... So I'm just going to leave the adding fuel and the tire replacement, so that is something that we will want to do for a race this long. Say watch later. All right, I love it when that works. So we're going to go ahead and let's get over to our relative screen so you can see that. We've got all of our telemetry up. Let's see, everything is good, everything's green, no muted, all of the buttons are in the right place. I'm going to get my one screen over here over to my other relative so I can see that. And we're good to go. Alright, so like I said,
P9. The track temp is 116 Fahrenheit.
The only thing is, I don't know that I really like the idea that I'm car number 13. That seems...
Follow car number 4.
And let me get situated here. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, so this is always fun. As much as I would like to keep that relative screen up, I almost have an idea to turn it off. Simply because I want to be able to see where that wheel is. Sorry about that, but you know, driving convenience. So I am starting in first gear. You do need to be a little bit careful doing that. You don't want the car to spin, especially on cold tires. But we'll see. I had decent luck with it last night. I wish people would tighten up. Come on. Hopefully this doesn't end badly, because...
All right, Michael, here we go. Green, green, green.
Car high. Hold your line. Clear high.
Full course caution.
Oh, geez, that was close.
We're under caution. Pits are closed. We can see Ruiz has binned it.
Yeah, no kidding. All right,
Full course
folks.
yellow. Pits are open.
So we don't need to do anything with that. We only did one lap. So this is going to be awesome. All right, so let's conserve as much fuel as we can. We're going to stay in 6th gear while we pace around. Looks like we did have a decent start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up to 6, I think. Yep, well, looks like we're in 6th position. Managed to stay out of trouble, although we got a little bit close to the guy in front of me. Ah. That's awesome right there. Got that 1 second, 1 minute lap there. All right, so we're at 2 to green now. Behind the pace car. Do have a single file restart, so shouldn't be too bad. Don't know what Mr. Lucas Budres, Budres? Don't know how to pronounce that, Dave, but we shall see. Still don't know whether or not there is a necessity to keep your tires warm.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
But we're coming up to 1 to green, so that means hopefully we're going to tighten up a little bit here. There's a lot of space in the first 6 right now. So anyway, this is a 75 lap race.
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Yes, I know. Stop talking. All right, come on. All right, so heading down around to the back straight. Getting ready, getting ready, getting ready. Let's take that lap timing off of there. I'll bring it down to 3rd gear. I'll bring it down to 2nd. Alright, so now everybody's going to wait until the last second and jump forward. Not sure what 2nd is thinking here. Obviously, he doesn't understand if he gets caught there, it's going to cause a problem. But I see.
Green, green, green. Let's go.
Yeah, there we go. I get the feeling that there's 3 guys up here that...
The gap to Lucas ahead is now 0.24 V6.
Ride that wall, buddy.
Gap to Lucas in front is now 0.30. That's your fastest lap.
Well done.
Car inside. Hold your line. You're clear inside.
The Gap to Lucas ahead is now 0.47. That lap time was 25.58.
It does it right there.
The gap to Lucas ahead is now 0.28. That's your quickest lap of this session.
See, as
Gap to Lucas in front is now 0.15.
see what ends up happening with these cars, a lot of guys get out there and they run, and they don't run with anybody.
P6.
So they have no idea what happens to the car as it starts to push.
The gap to Lucas ahead is now 0.12.
Inside. Still there. Clear low.
So see, he got to run.
The gap to Berg ahead is now 0.11. E7.
Car's not handling quite as well as it did last night.
Gap to Berg in front is now 0.29.
See if I can get into a rhythm here.
The gap to Berg ahead is now 0.11. That was a 25.56. Okay, Michael, the next car is Lucas. The gap to Lucas ahead is now 0.44. That was a 25.54. Got a full course caution, watch out.
Okay, here we go
Next
again.
car's out. Line up single file behind car number 4. We're under caution. It's closed.
Okay, so that's 15
Had
to
it well.
75. I just thought a little bit of an intense racing there. Car isn't quite handling as well as I felt last night. That's interesting. But we're going to go ahead and get our tires
are open.
and our fuel here. Guess we'll see. Looks like everybody's just going to stay out. Alright, we're just going to get up here with the leaders. This ought to be an interesting strategy. Alright, so who are these guys? Based on the names, I'd say they were together. All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so far this has been a relatively uneventful race. The only thing
Pits are open.
Yeah, yes, I know. So I really don't want to go too far down. So I really like to stay up here with these guys, but who knows? I mean, hopefully they'll make a break for it. It says I'm in 4th. I wonder if this is going to move me up to 3rd. Yep, there it goes. It's interesting that I don't have any tire information on these guys. I don't have tire information. That is weird. But obviously they've been out for the same amount of time I have, so there should be a significant change. I mean, the main thing is we're 2 to green here. Okay, so the main thing really is I need to get as good a start as they do and possibly lose the guy behind me. The guy behind me's tires are the same age, according to my readout, as are the guys 2 behind him. So anybody who's going to be passing on stronger new tires should be doing it, having to get around all 5 of us. So this ought to be interesting.
Full course yellow, pits are open.
So what I'm kind of hoping here is we go for a few laps, things kind of shake themselves out, and I'm able to more or less maintain this position and then hop into the pits, hopefully.
That caution.
Next time we get a caution, hopefully we run a little bit and people start to wear their tires. It'll be a little bit more even.
Pace car's in this lap.
Yeah, these cautions are so delayed now, which is tough to just keep racing, because sometimes they don't even throw the caution. And I feel like it's making people take some crazy chances now. Yeah, those 2 cars spun out on the track, and I couldn't tell where they was going to fly to, so I let out and lost 2 positions before they even threw the caution.
All right, so here we go.
You can close the gap.
Green flag. The gap in front is now 0.48 E3. Full course caution, watch out. Pace car is out. Line up single file behind car number 6. We're under caution. Pits are closed.
Got team games going on up here, buddy.
So hopefully we'll keep them super slow and driving strange.
Good news is at this level of cautioning, we don't really need to do anything here. So we don't want to go to the back based on that.
Pits are open.
Let's just hang back here. See what these guys are going to do, because I feel like this is a trickery moment. Alright, well, hopefully this is a quick caution. Are we going 2? No, we still got 3 laps left. Ugh. 21 laps in, folks. Third caution. I don't know. Well, we're about, we'll be pretty much a third of the way done by the time this is over with. Good news is we don't really need any fuel at this point, although we haven't had much green light racing, so who knows how that's going to work out. Up to third place from, I believe, 8th or 9th. So this is going to be one of those deals where we have to worry about this restart again. So as we've seen, guys in front of us, based on their liveries and the way they've been behaving, are absolutely working together. So we need to watch out for this. I doubt either one of them would throw a race, but we certainly see where the second guy will try to delay the start.
Full course yellow, pits are open.
So I have to watch out for that. Certainly not doing anything illegal. It's just a little bit of teamwork here to throw off the field. I think we got a fairly decent read on it last time around, so hopefully this time we'll do about the same. I imagine number 6 up there is going to be thinking about what he can possibly do to throw us off. Not sure what DeMoss behind me is thinking. We're about to find out. Alright, so we are just to the 2 to green mark, so still got 2 more times around. Should have brought me a water. So the key thing with anything like this, where you're dealing with teams, or you're dealing with people with advantages, or you're just dealing with people that want to try to throw you, is just be patient. There's no sense in hitting anybody or worrying about it too much. You end up where you end up.
Full course yellow, pits are open.
Important thing is to finish the race, and in these cars there's not a lot of repairs that get done. You hit something too hard and you're done. So we're not going to crowd those guys. We're just going to just kind of ease up to them going into the final couple of corners, lure him into a false sense of security.
Okay, Michael, get
here.
ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Just follow our normal routine. So we'll keep it in 6, using minimal gas. Right now it says we only need 12.7 gallons to finish. That's with a 0.79 buffer. Alright, so we're going to stay right where we are up here. And I'm going to crank it down to 4th gear. Third gear. Second gear. First gear.
Can we go ahead and tighten it up instead of waiting until we're coming out of turn 4?
I think someone should have jumped restart. Oh, not this time.
Green flag. ahead is now 0.26. The gap behind is now 0.52. The gap in front is now 0.35. The gap ahead is now 0.25.
Alright, let's keep it even.
The gap behind is now 0.58. The gap in front is now 0.40. That's your quickest lap. The gap in front is now 0.28. The gap in front is now 0.28. Gonzalez is leading the race.
He's catching me.
The gap ahead is now 0.34. The lap time was at 25.54. Be careful, got a full course caution.
I think he almost clipped him.
The pace car is out, pits are closed. Pace car's out, line up single file behind car number 6.
Well, we're definitely... Okay, y'all can play y'all's team games on the restarts, but don't play it right now. That's bullshit.
For real, they do it every race.
Pits are open. Pit lane speed limit is 50 miles per hour. We'll fill you to the end. Box in 1,370 feet. The leader, Gonzalez, is pitting. Full course yellow. Pits are open.
All right, so we are at 34. Yeah, that whole second guy slowed down while the first guy gets to the pits quick. That's some crap right there. I'm all for calling out crap when I see it. You know, you might be on the same team, but I'm pretty certain that in any organized racing, that's illegal. So here we are. We are back. We're down in 6th from the looks of it. So hopefully some lap cars will get wave around here soon, or I mean, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, at least 2 of these guys up in front of us are lapped. So we didn't slip too much. We went from 3rd to 6th. So the main thing with new tires is going to be keeping up with these guys, because I'm sure they're going to work together.
18 laps down. Use mine dropping down low at the start.
We're 2 to green now. Yeah, the guys at the front there, 1, 2, 3, old tires, so me and these guys got an excellent chance to get a run on these guys. Just got to make sure we do it safely without any of those guys wrecking. I'm actually surprised that the guy that was in first didn't get a wing clipped.
We're going green next time by.
With that guy moving there, he could have easily ended his race then, but you know, that's not how I want to beat anybody. All right, so here we go. We're fueled to the end, although it says we don't really need that much fuel, so I'm probably at a severe disadvantage. We are roughly halfway there. And go ahead and start kicking this down. I feel like I've probably got a lot more fuel than I actually need to finish this race. We'll see how good my crew chief is. Down to 2nd. Alright, so now is when number 6 is going to start playing some crap, although it's not really in his best interest to do that.
Come on, 12.
Really? Right?
Green flag, we're racing.
Alright, so they pulled some crap at the start there with some more guys.
The gap ahead is now 0.19, 6th place. Front is now 0.16. Your lap time was 26.36.
Yeah, we can't lose these guys. Which we are rapidly doing.
We're halfway home. We're okay on fuel. The gap in front is now 0.63. Front is now 0.60. You've just done a 25.33. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Easy does it.
Is now 0.26. The gap in front is now 0.48. The gap ahead is now 0.36. That was 25.31. P6. The gap behind is now 0.25. The gap ahead is now 0.19. The gap in front is now 0.27. The gap in front is now 0.18. Your last lap time was at 25.58.
Car got a little squirrely on that one. I'm going to lose us out. Started to fight a little bit more than I wanted it to.
The gap in front is now 0.22. The car in front is full. The gap to Paul in front is now 0.10.
Car high. Hold your line. Be clear high.
The gap to Paul in front is now 0.13.
Got a car high. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Be clear high.
P5.
Okay, let's rocket, rocket, rocket. Got nobody blocking our air. Let's catch these guys.
The gap in front is now 1.24. You've just done a 25.53. The gap behind is now 0.40. The gap ahead is now 1.14.
Come on, easy does it. Almost got him. He's losing the draft on his buddy.
The gap ahead is now 1.00. That lap was at 25.51.
20 laps to go, roughly. Easy does it. Just follow that line around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Inside. Clear inside.
The guy's going to cause a wreck back there. He's weaving too much.
The gap in front is now 1.00 E4. You've just done a 26.06.
Come on, he's... just out of reach.
The gap behind is now 0.30. The gap in front is now 1.21. That lap was a 25.57. The gap ahead is now 1.06. That last lap was a 25.63.
Oh God, why do I keep shifting into fourth? Holy cow. No wonder I keep losing. Oh, that could have been a bad mistake. Alright, easy does it.
The gap in front is now 1.00 V4. That lap time was 25.66.
There we go. Who's up on him? Just because he's in a team doesn't mean he's invincible. Almost to a point where we can draft him.
The gap in front is now 0.88.
Well played.
Almost. Just
The
within
gap
the
behind
draft.
is now 0.45. The gap ahead is now 1.00. That lap was at 25.63.
That Excel.
The gap behind is now 0.27. The gap in front is now 0.70. You've just done a 25.65.
I'll give you that. Thank you. Thank you.
It's a car leaving the pits. The gap in front is now 0.65.
Easy does it right up on him.
The gap ahead is now 0.44. You've just done a 25.66.
Alright, come on. Easy does it right up on him.
The gap behind is now 0.38. The gap in front is now 0.74.
Can't keep following him like that up to the top.
gap in front is now 0.42.
Car high.
That lap was at 25.81.
Clear outside.
Thank you. And he's slowing down, let him buddy catch him. We're in.
The gap ahead is now 0.53. Your last lap time was at 25.72. Front is now 0.50. Your lap time was 25.73.
Damn, where is he coming from?
Okay, Michael, your lap times are pretty consistent. The gap in front is now 0.54. You've just done a 25.65.
There's a car on your inside. Still there. Still there. Clear inside.
P5. The next car is Stevens.
God damn, how did he... Yeah, so that's some... That's some weird stuff there unless he pitted.
The gap behind is now 0.47. The gap to Stevens ahead is now 0.46. That was 25.
Tires are starting to get really squirrely. Time to be smart.
The gap to Stevens ahead is now 0.64. Stevens in front is now 1.08. That last lap was at 25.73. The gap behind is now 0.76. The gap to Stevens ahead is now 1.31. P5. Gap to Stevens ahead is now 1.47.
Losing this guy behind me.
Bush, get this guy.
I don't know.
P4, 2 laps remaining.
Somebody lost it. Or needed gas. Alright, so here we go. Last lap.
The gap behind is now 1.26. The gap to Stevens in front is now 1.32. That was 25.58.
Come on. Here we go. Finish line. There we go. All right, folks. Whew.
P4. There's the finish. Good drive.
Wow, that was a really good race right there. All right, well, there you go. It's time for the post-race. All right, well, as you can see, we started, I guess, 8th or 9th, ended up
Look out for the pit speed limit.
in
Box
4th
in,
place.
13.
Had a nice
130
uneventful
feet.
race, did a pretty decent. Did he actually end up winning? I guess they did.
Box in, a 5. 4. 2. Box now.
Well, they were indeed fast, so
Nice job. Thank you for spending right there. Real appreciate it.
I guess we should go back and we'll look at the end of that then in our little post-race analysis. So let's watch our buddies here. There's Adrian Gonzalez.
It
Let's.
gave me 4 or 2x for that.
So we're gonna follow this back.
Thank you, bro. Nice. Congratulations. And very clean the race.
You apparently can't hear because you just were doing donuts and hit my car. So thank you for that. Really appreciate it.
Brian, if everyone finishes the race, it won't go in your SR.
Huh. So who was in first at this point? Because he obviously didn't hit anybody.
Those restarts, Adrian.
So Brian Berg, he's there, and let's see, he's in first place, and 72,
Thank you, guys. Thank you. We'll race.
73, really?
I was being smart. Those weren't good restarts. I mean, they might have been for your buddy that's on your team, but holding back like that's not really good racing. So whatever.
You just got to know how to keep up with them.
Having a look at them just in case there's anything I can protest, because I don't like restart games.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious what they were doing after that first one that I watched them do. So when I was in third, it was like the guy in second would pretty much call it, hit the gas, and the guy in front would hit the gas. So he essentially caught up at the same time so they could try to get away from me. But honestly, it didn't really work once I figured out what they were doing.
Yeah, I mean, if it's... From what I can see, it doesn't look to be anything protestable. It's just annoying.
Oh yeah, I mean it is. You know, that wouldn't normally be tolerated in real racing, but they tried to pull the crap where the second guy slowed down on that one caution as well, but you call people on their crap.
The third restart, one guy hung back and jumped, and I think that one, quite possibly, you could protest it for, because you're not allowed to do that. I probably will, because why not?
Yep, can't hurt. All right, folks. Well, as we've seen, there you go. In fact,
Always worth a shot.
we can probably let's go back and actually look at some of that too.
But I remember
So
before, they tend to be relatively good at punishing obvious restart things like that.
So let's see results, and we look at my laps. Where were our cautions at? Just to have a look at this. So that was the first one. So I think here was the first time. Let's see, are we behind those guys yet? No, I don't think so. I think it was this one. Let's go to 20. Yeah, there we go. So here's the first time. So let's go to 23, 24. So we'll look at that one first. So we're heading here. So we can watch this just to get an idea about what people are saying. So here we are going into turn 3. I'm going to hide. So you can see what we're talking about here. So obvious teammates. I'm coming up on the second guy trying to close up. We're almost around out of turn 4 here. He closes up, and then I close it up. Looks to be about equal then, and he goes, and then I hit it. So that one was okay. In my opinion, that wasn't too crazy as far as any kind of infraction. So that's, let's go down to the next set. That would have been here in the mid-30s. So lap 36. And we'll well, let's go forward. This really wasn't even them, honestly. They weren't in the lead at this point. But we can see what they do on the restart. Let's see if that was anything worth noting here. So yeah, it was initially they were far back, and then they closed up really fast, but that's not too difficult to deal with. But you can see, let's see, he closed up. Now he's hanging back a lot, and then squirt. But I was able to catch up, and then that was yeah, that was a bit. There was obviously some games going on there. But and then I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, we made it through the rest of the race, no problem there. So I'm very happy with that. You know, you're going to have teams. They're obviously team liveried. They're obviously working together. I mean, you know, as long as they don't do anything super crazy, there really isn't anything you can do. As long as they're not sacrificing one guy to totally impede the rest of the field while another guy takes the win, and then swap back and forth. You know, that's team racing. So. At any rate, again, this is the IndyCar series for 2021, Season 1, and one of the 2 series that I'm going to be focusing on definitely here in the series, one being the RS3, the Audi, and then the other, the IndyCar series, trying to get back into this. I did have a lot of fun in this series for quite a long time, and it looks like the racing is pretty good overall. We'll see what happens when we get to places like Pocono. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it, and I will take a 4th place and a 5th place so far in the week, and you know, that's 2021 off to a good start. So at any rate, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and always, here's the end card. Hey guys, Michael here. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, go ahead and click that like button. Click on the Planet Herring logo to subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think about the video in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.